Am I getting her? That's my little chicken Topper. Little cutie pie. Is it going? Okay. Hi everybody. Today is July 17th and I have my horse riding hairdo already. I'm out with the horses out in the back in the pasture, and anyway, I had a question about it's from David, about if I had a video on the different grips. I think that was the question, something like that. No, I haven't done a video on that yet. I have a video on lifting straps, how to use lifting straps, and I don't have one on grips. I was kind of talking about the grip in my last video as far as like when you're doing back exercises, how you want to use a full grip. At least I like to anyway. Some people like to do a false grip, so let me talk about that for a second. I'm going to show you up close here. This is a rake handle, but a full grip is like this. That's my doggy. A full grip is you're taking a grip of the whole bar, right, where your thumb wraps around. False grip is when your thumb goes on the same side as your fingers. So that's a false grip right there. Full grip, false grip. When I'm doing chest exercises or shoulder exercises or tricep, so like all pushing things, I pretty much like to use a false grip. False grip. So like machines, like if you're doing a machine chest press where you don't have to balance anything, or a shoulder press, even free weight barbell presses, like when you're benching. When I bench like this. I use a false grip when I bench press. So if I was laying on a bench and using a barbell, I do a false grip. When I use dumbbells, I use a full grip on a dumbbell, just because you have 2 points that you're balancing, and I think you need that thumb around. So we'll pretend like this is one of my horse brushes. We'll pretend like this is a dumbbell. Wait, let me get another one. We'll use a hoof pick. So these are dumbbells. I use a full grip when I'm doing any type of dumbbells, even if it's for chest or shoulders, because you have 2 things that you're balancing, and I think it just helps to have that thumb around there just to help you with the balancing part of it. But with barbells or machines, bench press, incline press, shoulder press, any type of like chest machine where you're sitting and you're pressing out, or a shoulder machine, or even push downs. That was in my last video, the CWAD 4 push downs. Pretend like there's a cable up here and you're pushing down for your triceps, right? I use false grip, so thumbs over top. And the reason I say that and do that is, one, I found that it helps you to feel those muscles better, so especially chest stuff. I think a lot of times when you're doing chest, if you're taking a full grip like this, it's so easy to squeeze and flex your arm and push from your arms rather than from your chest. When you take a false grip and you go to push it away, you can actually keep your grip looser when you're doing it. You don't have to have, you know, a death grip. So when you keep your grip looser, you don't engage this as much. So it kind of takes takes the arm out of it a little bit better. I don't know if I'm explaining this very well. It would probably help if I was in a gym actually doing some of this stuff. But we have to compromise here. Or is it improvise? Is what I'm looking for. Improvise. So when doing a false grip and keeping your grip looser, I think it gives you a better chance of getting inside your body and pushing from the muscle that you're working. So if you're doing a chest press or a bench press for your chest, you're using a machine or a barbell, free weights. If you do a false grip and keep your grip loose and really think about pushing from your chest and forgetting about your arms, you can do the same thing with your shoulders. You keep that grip loose and you press up. And you want to make sure you hold it enough with your fingers so the bar doesn't roll out of your hand. And you want to make sure you get your wrist back far enough too. But that allows you to really forget about your arm and push from the shoulder. Now, you can take a full grip and do the same thing. There's more of a chance that when the weight gets harder, you start to squeeze with your hands more, and then it takes away from the muscle that you're working. With back and biceps, I always do a full grip with the pulling muscles. So like I said in my last video talking about the lat pull down, I don't ever grip it tight like this. I use my hand as a hook. So I hold the weight or the bar like that and let my thumb be loose, and I use my hand as a hook. So can you see that? So I'm not gripping it like that. I have my hand as a hook, my thumb's loose. When you do that and you keep your grip loose that way, it allows you to focus on and pull from your lats and your back and not your biceps. So it helps you to get inside your body and pull from the inside out. Just like with the chest press, you want to push from the inside out. You want to push from the chest. With chest and back, it's really easy to want to use your arms because we use our arms in everyday stuff. So we want to always like grip and use, pull and push and use our arms. And by being aware of how your grip is when you do the certain exercises that you're doing will help you to get inside your body or get inside that muscle group that you're training easier. It allows you to do it easier. And chest, you want to get inside your body and push from your chest, not from your arms. Back, you want to get inside your body and get that hook so you can get inside and pull from your lats and your back and not pull from your arms. Again, whenever we take a hold of something, you can start off with a looser grip. Usually as a set gets harder, if we have our grips like this, we tend to want to squeeze. And when we squeeze and start pulling or pushing, we start doing it from our arm. And we've come from the inside of our body, come to the outside. You lose your power that way too, actually. I don't know if that makes sense. I'm kind of having a hard time explaining what I want to explain. But it just makes a difference. So the next time, of course, always do it safely. So if you're not used to benching with a false grip like this, make sure that you're very careful. And you do still have a hold with your fingers, but just moving that thumb from a full grip to a false grip when you're pushing, it makes it a lot easier to push from the chest. Same with like shoulders. Maybe try it on a machine. Maybe try it on a machine first if you're not used to it, because for some people they have a hard time doing that. It feels like you might drop the weight, so you want to be careful if you do try it. You might want to try it with a machine first so you don't have anything to balance. But you can try it with chest press and shoulder press and just see. It does make a difference. It makes a difference in the way that you feel it. It doesn't seem like it would, but it does. Same with push downs. So if this, was a cable machine and this was a bar and you're getting ready to push down for your triceps, if you go from a full grip doing it down to thumbs over top, which is a false grip, for whatever reason it makes the feel in the tricep better. The contraction feels better. It feels tighter. At least it does to me anyway. And the people that I've worked with, they always say they notice a difference, so you might want to give that a try. I don't know if that's what you were talking about, David, if you wanted to see a video of the different grips, the full grip versus the false grip. That's just my take on it. And then same with, the back and the biceps. Biceps, I always take a full grip and do. But even with my bar curls, I'm not like doing a death grip. I'm holding it, and I'm not letting it roll down in my fingers like I might for back, because you have to curl up. With back, you're just basically pulling down. With biceps, if you let it roll down like this on your fingers, because you have to curl up, and you have to hold the weight from falling, a lot of times it rolls back in your palm, and then when you come down, if you let it roll, what you're doing basically is just pulling in a lot of forearm when you do that. So when I do my barbell curls, I don't let it roll down into my fingers. I still keep it in my palm, just like if I was holding it, but I keep my thumbs loose. I don't push my thumbs down and keep them really tight. I keep my thumbs loose and curl up. So at the top of the movement, my thumbs do that. Can you see this one over here? And then this one. My thumbs stay light, but I use my fingers to keep the bar right in my palm. I don't let it roll down. I keep it right in my palm, but I keep my thumbs loose. As I come up, I have them loose. I break my wrist back a little bit too, and make sure my wrists don't do that. When you let your wrist turn like this at the top, you're going to take away from your biceps and bring it into your forearms. And I have a video, a few videos back, that talks about some tips on a good bicep curl tips. But if I'm using dumbbells or barbell, same thing. I keep my fingers around the bar enough to keep the bar in the palm of my hand, and I keep my thumb loose. My thumb usually stays out like that, so even when I get to the top, my thumb stays out. It's not like this. I'm not holding and squeezing the bar. Basically, you want to think of your hand is basically there to attach the weight to the muscle that you're working. So if you're working biceps, that's what you're thinking of. You're not like holding the weight and moving the weight. If you think of it that way, you're doing it from the outside. So you want to hold the weight lightly. Use your fingers enough to hold the weight from falling, but you want to get inside the muscle, which is the bicep right now. You want to get inside the muscle and pull up from the bicep. If you're inside the muscle and pulling up from the bicep, this should still be able to stay loose. Once you're doing that, as the set gets harder, natural reaction is to want to tighten and grip. And then a lot of times our form goes because now you're doing it from the outside. So you want to always try to stay inside the muscle and keep this as loose as you can without dropping the weight. If you can keep this loose, it'll keep your focus up here and not shift it down here to your hand. Because once it goes from here and shifts to here and you're squeezing this, you're going to feel this. And I don't know if you've ever done biceps before and your forearms get really pumped. It could be because of that. Because you've shifted and you've gone from inside here and shifted down to here. Now you're just pulling the weight up and doing it from the outside. And your forearm is going to give out before this does because this is smaller than this. So, I don't know if I got carried away there or not, but anyway, to me it makes a huge difference on how you grip for what body part that you're training and what exercises that you're doing. It makes a big difference in how you feel it, and also it helps you to get inside the muscle more and work from the inside, lift from the inside out, and really learn how to not just feel the muscle, but learn how to use the muscle from the inside out. When you can learn how to use the muscle from the inside out, that's what gives you the best results. That gives you really fast, quick results if you can learn how to do that. And I've said this before, it's not what you do, it's how you do it. And then it's what you do. First you have to learn how to do it. And then when you learn how to do it really good, then you can do whatever you want to do. But it's like there's really no secrets. You can use the old school training and get really good results. Just your weightlifting, especially being over 40. We lose lean mass as we get older, and being over 40, it's very important, I think, to do resistance training. So you get a lot more bang for your buck if you can get inside the muscle and push from the inside. Move the weight from the inside and not just grab a weight and just move it and have your mind somewhere else. Your mind has to be here. Your mind has to be where your feet are. My feet are right here, so I have to be here. If I'm here and in my body, I'm going to get the best results possible. So anyway, I could probably just keep on talking and talking, but I'm not going to. This is probably getting pretty long. What do we got now? Oh, wow. Oh, yeah, I better say bye. Anyway, I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.